Manscaped would like to propose that making February the 13th a national holiday for National Shave Your Balls Day is absolutely necessary and something we should be doing at this time, because clean balls are the most important thing for Valentine's Day. So don't forget, guys, that is discount code OfficeBlokes at the till at manscaped.com will get you 20% off plus free worldwide shipping. That's 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Use discount code OfficeBlokes at the checkout. Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
Yep.
It's true. Can I point you in the direction of our little Patreon page? We're going to do it quickly though.
Yeah.
It's cheap and it supports us.
It does.
It's as simple as that. Just search for Office Blokes React on Patreon and we do appreciate the support massively. Yep. Helps us keep going both emotionally and YouTuberly.
Exactly.
It's like
it is. You heard it here first. Copyright. Right, 25 best national parks in the USA.
Imagine there's some crackers in here.
There's got to be, aren't there?
Yeah.
There's got all sorts of
everything.
Yeah, everything.
I'm only obviously Yellowstone is the really sort of, that's the one everyone talks about and you see on nature documentaries and stuff.
Quite a famous one, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't really know many of them though. It's such a vast country, isn't it? It's no wonder they've got 25 of them. 25 of the best.
They're going to tell us, mate.
Yeah. They're going to tell you, but we've got to speculate at the beginning.
Yeah.
Have you done much national park stuff while you've been over there?
No.
Not your thing?
No. I'm cities and bars and restaurants is what I do.
Yeah.
And sports games and stuff like that. Busy places.
Yeah.
National parks are not my scene.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It might change your mind, you never know.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Yeah, so do I.
Right then, 25 best national parks in the USA. Let's do this.
Before we do start, to answer the question there, would it change my mind? Now I've bought one of them drones, haven't I?
Yep.
So this is ideal for drone footage.
Oh yeah, can you imagine the shots you'd get?
Yeah.
So amazing.
Maybe I will.
I've
not used it yet. Not used it yet since Christmas.
Have you not?
No.
Wow.
It's still in the box.
Just don't fly it over any lakes this time.
No. Yeah.
The USA is a really big place. Within the wide open spaces of the contiguous United States, as well as Alaska and the far-flung islands of Hawaii, there's just about every climate and ecosystem you can imagine, from temperate rainforests and pine-clad mountains to deserts and scrublands. Naturally, there are a lot of national parks dedicated to preserving the best that nature has to offer in the USA. Otherworldly sandstone monuments, multicolored hot springs, craggy coastlines, scorching deserts. It's all here. Have a look at the best national parks in America.
It's great, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 25, Big Bend. The aptly named Big Bend National Park in Texas is so called because it's set in a dramatic meander of the Rio Grande. On one side of the river is Texas, USA, and on the other side is Mexico. Almost the same size as Rhode Island, Big Bend is known for its diversity and has loads to discover on its many trails. The Chisos Basin is the most popular area in the park and features mountain views, but the Chihuahuan Desert, home to real-life roadrunners and coyotes, is really the place to escape into nature.
That's that drone shot I'm on about.
Yeah.
Number 20.
I'm more of a fan of the greenery, so when they were on the Rio Grande canoeing.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got the trees either side and stuff. That was all
Yeah.
types.
Been
of
there,
me.
wasn't
I was
it?
into that.
Looks amazing, that,
Yeah,
didn't
it
it?
does, it does.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? With the
Yeah.
vertical
Yeah.
cliffs and wow.
When it pans out to the more arid sort of bits of it, I'm not too fussed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
I like green.
4. Saguaro. Saguaro is home to the classic Southwest American cactus. Their iconic shapes of the park's namesake stand tall in this deserted area in Arizona. Divided into east and west portions, the two halves of the park are separated by the city of Tucson. Both portions of the national park offer an abundance of trails amid its desert landscapes. The Rincon Mountain District is the larger eastern portion of the park and serves up adventurous horseback rides and camping opportunities. In the west, the Tucson Mountain District is spectacular and is well worth the effort.
Yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Number 23, Shenandoah. A breathtaking national park, Shenandoah is full of an abundance of wildflowers in summer. In autumn, however, the trees burst into brilliant oranges and reds for some prime fall foliage. Situated 75 miles from Washington, D.C., there are lengthy hiking trails to discover in this national park.
been
In
there.
fact, part of these trails make up
You've been
around
there?
100 miles of the Appalachian Trail.
Nice.
Yeah, I went when I relocated from New Jersey to Texas.
Oh yeah.
I drove. And we stopped off in Shenandoah.
Oh nice.
Passed through and
Yeah.
went on.
Looks like it could have been the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
A couple of those shots with the rolling hills and stuff.
Some
It's
of the
stunning.
Yeah,
scenery you
of course
see
it
is
is.
just mint, mate. It's
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. You know, and especially when you're driving across the middle of the country as well. It's like
I can
so
imagine
much
about
to
all the
see.
changes as well that you
Yeah.
can see driving
Mm.
across
Yeah.
different vistas and
Hiking is certainly the order of the day here. The climb up the peak of Old Rag Mountain, for example, is strenuous, but worth scrambling for the views. For those less interested in hiking, the Skyline Drive means stunning vistas from the comfort of your car. Number 22, Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde is the perfect spot for adventures
That's
among
cool.
nature
Yeah.
and to understand more about mysterious centuries-old cultures. This is the site where ancient Puebloans once lived in their cliff dwellings. Where they went or why they left, nobody knows.
Wow.
But their houses built in precarious places can be seen to this day. Because of the important history, walking off-trail is forbidden, as is entering the ancient dwellings without a ranger. Take the Mesa Top Road circuit that loops around 10 of the excavated pueblos, and you'll be able to discover more about these fascinating old dwellings.
Where was that?
Didn't say where it was, did it? That's what I was waiting for. Didn't say.
Mesa
Verde.
So you
Yeah.
reckon it's going to be sort of southern, again, verging on the border, do you think?
Could be.
That's where I'd guess, yeah. If I had to guess somewhere.
Yeah.
It's cool looking, that.
Yeah,
though, isn't it?
amazing, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is.
Number 21, Death Valley. Death Valley National Park might sound like somewhere that's quite hot and hellish, but there's actually an abundance of nature to enjoy here. There are huge boulders seemingly lying around on a grand scale, canyons carved by gushing streams that slice through the land, sand dunes that actually sing, and soaring mountains to tackle. True to its title, it is nevertheless a scorching area, one of the hottest spots in the U.S. Dante's View offers a panoramic vista across the southern portion of Death Valley Basin from atop the Black Mountains.
That's not for me, you know.
Oh,
No.
it's mint, that. I love that.
It looks good. It's different, isn't it?
It,
You know,
yeah,
it can't all be like snow-capped mountains and sort of forest, I suppose. You know, it looks a really, really harsh landscape,
Yeah.
without a doubt. You know, because obviously there's not as many contrasting colours, but
look at my complexion.
yeah.
And my hair colour. I've got no
It does
business
suit you
being
at
out there
all.
whatsoever.
Don't put a name like Death in somewhere if it's not,
Yeah.
you know, if it's not like real hardcore.
Exactly, yeah.
I love the mountain views, me. Anyway, you never get tired of mountain views.
No.
No, absolutely Absolutely amazing. I love it where we've got a real flat valley like that, and then you just see the mountains absolutely rising up like that out of nowhere. Looks brilliant.
I think I said it on a previous video, but when you're in Banff in Canada, you've got kind of the main street that goes from downtown all the way to the top, and there's just a mountain at the end of it. So you could be in the shops and then just look up, snow-capped mountain just there. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Doesn't get tiring.
Nice.
No.
Number 20, Crater Lake.
That's more like
The
it.
only national park in
Nice.
Oregon, Crater Lake National Park, is named after the eponymous lake, formed by a huge volcanic eruption around 7,700 years ago.
Wow.
It's the deepest lake in the entire United States. The sparkling waters of this magnificent lake itself reflect the surrounding craggy mountain peaks in its mirror-like surface for a gorgeous effect and some inspiring photo opportunities. There are over 90 million trails that crisscross the park, but most of the
How many?
90 million.
90
look at that for a view
Wow.
though there.
That
Absolutely
water is stunning,
that,
isn't
isn't
it?
Yeah.
The water, the colour.
She say 90 million.
It sounded like it.
There are over 90 million trails that crisscross the park,
Jesus.
but most of these can only be accessed in summer as snow covers trails for much of the year.
Love that.
Yeah.
Makes me feel peaceful just looking at that.
Yeah, what a setting.
Number 19, Acadia. New England's one and only national park dating back to 1916, Acadia sits on the coast and boasts some dramatic views of this region's storied shoreline. Acadia National Park is all about rewarding mountain hikes, strolls along the shore, beautiful bike rides, and drives that will induce oohs and ahs. There's a surprisingly varied landscape to discover in this national park, from its dense forests and lakewood lakes to boulder-strewn beaches dotted with lonely lighthouses. There are also sandy beaches and islands, such as the famous Mount Desert Island, to explore here.
It's that one.
Nice.
Number
I know we're only 18 in now, but the vast differences. They've got everything.
amazing.
Going,
Everything,
haven't
yeah,
they?
that's what we said at the start, didn't we?
I was going to say, those ones where you got the forest coming up to the sea. I absolutely love those. There's a place in Anglesey called Newborough Forest. I don't know if you've been there or heard of
Don't
it.
think so,
But
no.
it's just like the beaches are amazing, but the forest comes right up to the beach.
Yeah.
And you've got sand dunes. It looks absolutely stunning. It just look because we're used to when we were young, just going like Blackpool, aren't we? Having all concrete buildings and bloody fairgrounds. But when it's
wrong
like
with
that on the
that. Not
beach,
wrong with that, though.
amazing.
I went to the June de Pilot or June de Pilo in France.
Oh, way up.
It's the biggest sand dune in Europe,
Yeah,
basically.
wow.
But it's forest all the way up to it, and then you get there, and it's just this humongous sand dune that goes
That must
up.
be amazing.
It's
It's
weird.
not something you see all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's-
especially on our coastlines in general. But-
Really bizarre, and it's dead
Yeah.
steep like that to go down to the actual shoreline.
yeah.
And we looked at we were at the top and just thought, we'll walk to the other end and back. Be dead easy. And it's like walking through the desert. 3 hours later, we're on our way back with t-shirts wrapped around our heads, no water.
You don't get people surfing down it or anything, or
No, but there was people running down it and going
Was it?
flying and just starting to roll and ended up in the sea.
There's one I went to
Nice.
in the UAE, and I can't remember. I think it's the highest in the Middle East.
Right.
But they race cars up it.
Nice.
But these high-powered 4x4s can't get halfway up.
really,
You have to have
Wow.
proper like dune buggies that go
Yeah,
up and all
yeah.
the race up sort of thing. I'll show you some footage. I've got footage of it and
I bet
video.
that'd be
amazing.
Some photographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mental.
No,
and one guy says to me, "Come on, get in," and I went, "No chance, absolute no chance." You see him rolling. I'm like,
Really?
18.
Wow.
Canyonlands. Canyonlands National Park is a truly otherworldly place, with a landscape more like something you would expect on Mars than Earth. The largest national park in Utah is all about its canyons. These snake around its ancient landscape, which is also punctuated by 1,000-foot-tall white cliffs above the Colorado and Green Rivers, as well as strange rock formations. The park itself is divided into 4 sections by both these rivers, forming a Y shape in this rocky, alien stretch of land. Island in the Sky sits in the middle and is the busiest part of the park. For good reason. The views are incredible.
It's making me tired because it's just chilling me out too much.
Number 17. Redwood. Home to the giant trees of the same name, Redwood National Park lies on the northwestern Pacific coast in California. It's home to some of the tallest trees in the world. There's an enigmatic mix here of lush coastal scenery and lush prairie lands. The redwood trees are also some of the most ancient trees on the planet, with branches covered in moss and ferns. There are plenty of trails to enjoy walking through the vast forests, which make for good days out. To really soak up what the park has to offer, it boasts campgrounds and backcountry sites for overnight stays.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Number 16. Grand Teton. Grand Teton in the Rocky Mountains is a wild wilderness of 12 peaks sculpted through the ages by glaciers. This includes, of course, the Grand Teton itself, which stands at an impressive 13,775 feet above sea level. The beautiful landscape here is just begging to be hiked. There are captivating canyons filled with fresh forests to explore, crystal alpine lakes to marvel at, and fragrant wildflowers which provide pops of color. This rugged land plays host to all manner of beasts, including elks, moose, and bears.
I need a holiday.
stunning.
I really do.
Yeah.
Love that.
Number 15.
I grew up on nature documentaries and like David Attenborough and
Yeah.
Planet Earth and stuff like that, and I'd stopped watching it for years, and it's only the past few weeks maybe that I've started watching stuff like that again.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just reminding me what I love about it.
Do you know what else I like about? Not only is the scenery stunning, the lady's voice is just calming and
Quite
fits,
mellow, isn't it? And
fits the video, doesn't it?
yeah,
Quite well.
not too excitable, but just nice and calm. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that the female me?
No, we said calm, not boring.
I'm ridiculously calm.
Dave.
Ouch.
It's harsh, isn't he?
He's trying to be nice in this video as well, Dave.
I know, yeah.
Calm yourself.
There's been a couple of times where I've been desperate to pause it to have a dig at one of you. And I thought, no, we're doing a nice one here.
Gloves are off now.
Mount Rainier. The 5th highest peak in the United States, Mount Rainier itself is an icon of a mountain that can be seen through much of Washington state. Rainier is actually an active volcano that last erupted as recently as 1854. Close to the urban areas of Puget Sound, Mount Rainier National Park and its 26 glaciers is a hiker's paradise, with fabulous hiking trails lacing the foothills and carpets of flowers blooming in spring and summer. Many people attempt to climb to the snowy peak of Rainier, but it's tough going. Only half the adventurers who try go the whole way. Number 14, Sequoia. This national park is named after another species of the sequoia family, the Sequoiadendron giganteum, colloquially known as the giant redwood. Drive-through trees and huge ancient examples of the redwoods here characterize the park. In fact, it's here that you will find General Sherman, a giant redwood that's claimed to be the largest living tree on Earth. There are also deep 10,000-year-old caves that hide supersized stalactites. For a breathtaking vista of the Sierra Mountains, head to Eagle View.
Love that one. That's so
I should have a height restriction on that though.
Oh, the sign nailed to the tree.
I'm going there this year.
Guaranteed you get stuck behind someone doing a 400-point turn because they just noticed
Because
it.
they can't go under it.
Can't park there, mate.
That's stunning though. Like
It's-
the
yeah,
really
amazing, isn't it?
ancient woodland is just
Yeah.
something so special.
Trees are absolutely huge, aren't they?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Massive.
I wonder how big, because they said it's one of them's purported to be like the biggest tree in the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded a stat on that, like how big it actually is.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah,
There
let's
you go.
Google that one.
Number 13, Arches. Another of Utah's national parks that is made up of Martian badlands. The sandstone landscape here is out of this world. There are a sublime selection of rock arches, striped pink and red buttes, as well as other strange and intricate rock formations. Landscape Arch is actually one of the largest natural arches in the world, measuring in at 306 feet across. This is an easy-access national park with a selection of short hikes to embark on, but possibly more popular are rock climbing and canyoning. The Fiery Furnace, a famous formation, blazes orange and red as the sun sets each day. Number 12, Glacier. Glacier National Park boasts an outstanding natural world that has been, as you might expect from the name, carved and sculpted over thousands of years by glaciers. It's a land of dramatic rocky outcrops, snow-topped peaks, raging waterfalls, and beautifully reflective lakes. There are an impressive amount of hiking trails here that wind like arteries of adventure
Where is
around
it?
the jaw-dropping landscape. This is also the place where grizzly bears roam in abundance in the dense mountain forests. Popular scenic drive going to the Sun Road is an excellent way to see the beauty of the national park without setting foot out of your car.
What do you reckon, Alaska, maybe?
It said Rockies, didn't it? I don't know if it was Rocky Tops it said, but I don't know if it was just a phrase she used.
Yeah, I don't think she actually said where.
No, but she said Rocky Tops. I don't think it meant just, describing it or whether it was...
That's the name of the place. Rocky Tops.
Yeah, we're being good on this one, aren't we? Desperate to say something.
that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
yeah.
A bit like Woodhead, Mike.
I was going to say, yeah.
Number 11, Rocky Mountain. One of the most spectacular slices of nature in Colorado, the Rocky Mountain National Park, is awash with imposing granite mountains, aqua-colored alpine lakes, and meadows that burst into life come summer. It's the perfect place for adventure amidst nature, with a selection of trails where you can find peace, quiet, and serenity. The wilderness of the national park makes it the ideal host for many wild animals too, like elk, moose, and black bear. Bear Lake, one of the 10 lakes in the park, is a famous scenic spot for visitors, where you can soak up views of the glacial valleys and mountaintops.
I kind of want to break out into song.
I wouldn't have gone low there, personally. I thought it would have been more of
I'm
a,
going more country.
more of a mid-range.
Sounds like we're going to break into Cophead Road or something like that. Oh, yeah.
This is just, it's stunning, isn't it?
Just
Yeah,
goes to show how
amazing
vast
views.
America is.
Yeah.
And when you've got this on your doorstep, I mean, when you got stuff on your doorstep, you tend to just ignore it
Yeah.
and sort of like do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
when you think I'll get round to it because it's there.
Exactly,
I can see
you
it.
do. Yeah.
You know, but when you don't do it and you move away and you think should have done that when I was there.
Yeah.
You know, it happens to
Exactly.
me every time.
Yeah. I bet, yeah.
I think that, I'd love to live near the coast. I'd love to have a beach just there.
Go then.
But loads of people who do, it just becomes normal within, they've grown up there or whatever, and they don't go
Yeah.
to the beach, they don't go
Move
swimming
to
in
the beach
sea.
though. We're not far from the coast.
Right now, I know, but I'd have to go like
You're not a
Liverpool
tree.
direction.
Some nice places down there. Crosby's nice places.
No,
like that.
I know.
But yeah, but a lot of people, like say from seaside areas, maybe they'd rather go into like a city or something,
Yeah,
city
precisely.
breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe, but
We've got plenty of nature on our doorstep that we don't particularly look at. I mean, at the end of last year, I went to Delamere Forest a couple of times, and that's stunning.
We've got
Yeah,
some big
it's
national
amazing,
parks on our doorstep. Lake District is only
I
an
know,
hour and a
but-
half away.
yeah,
But every time I drive through the Lake District, I just look at the scenery and think, this is on our doorstep.
Yeah.
Exactly what you were just saying. It's
Yeah.
a couple of hours away.
should
I'm
make
like,
most of it. Really,
yeah.
should we? Snowdonia, that's
Yeah.
not far away, is it?
Right, that's literally closer, probably, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is a little bit. Yeah, not far off.
So, office blokes try hiking the Lake District then? No, I didn't think so.
Number 10, Everglades. A gigantic area of land that's as famous as Florida itself, the Everglades National Park is home to vast tracts of swamp and the ubiquitous alligators that make the Everglades what they are. You can take a kayak out and explore the mangrove waterways for
That looks
yourself,
cool, doesn't it?
slicing across the silent waters of the myriad lakes. Or you could opt for a quintessential airboat tour of the swamp. The Anahinga Trail is where you can spot cold-blooded gators basking in the sun and the eponymous Anahinga lying in wait for their prey. You can even head out on a nocturnal walk with a ranger.
I'd love to go on one of those boats with the massive fans through there. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, but they're great, aren't they?
Look at that.
Size of that, wow.
I'd be panicking now. I'd be like, let's go.
They are real life dinosaurs, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. Survived a lot, haven't they?
Is that Ray Mears?
Number 9, Bryce Canyon. Bryce Canyon National Park is famous for its rock formations. Known as hoodoos, these spire-like sandstone rocks jut into the sky for a supremely interesting landscape. It's been sculpted over time by freeze-thaw erosion and has morphed the soft sandstone into the marvelous landscape it is today.
That's cool,
good, I like
There
that.
are various
Yeah, it looks
trails,
amazing.
such as the Rim Trail, weaving through the rocks. Bryce Point is the perfect spot for views out over the so-called Silent City, with the vista below made up of walls of rock and hoodoos looking like somewhere from another time and place.
A bit like Petra.
Yeah, you're right.
Landscape, that isn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it? The green, bit of snow and Everything there.
Number 8. Hawaii volcanoes. Set on the Big Island in the Pacific, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park encompasses Mauna Loa. This massive volcano has a summit that, surprisingly, is sometimes covered in snow. The national park also features volcanic coasts made from cooled lava flows, rich rainforests, magnificent green meadows in the mountains, and geological formations such as lava tubes. Kilauea, a shield volcano in the national park, has erupted as recently as 2018. The last eruption quite literally changed the shape of the park itself. An insight into the power of nature. The park remains open, but some areas are understandably closed.
Wow. The gym I was going to a couple of years ago had those treadmills where you can run in places.
Yeah.
And one of them was the Big Island in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
And it sort of goes to the pace of the treadmill, how fast you go around the island and stuff. So every time I went to the gym, it was straight there.
You're
and
not
just running around the island. Absolutely stunning.
I put mine on bench hill and get chased by the police.
I bet you'd run even faster than David, don't you?
Yeah, see, I was,
like
The gym I go to.
I was doing a nice mellow jog in Hawaii, and you're just absolutely bombing it. Hawaii, go here.
Looking over your shoulder when you're running on the treadmill. Doing that little run that.
Mesmerising.
That's what I like to say. Look, volcanoes are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
The power of them.
I tried explaining it to Oscar the other day.
Good luck with that one.
He was talking about lava, and because he plays a bit of Minecraft. You know, they've got lava in Minecraft, and I was like, "That's melted rock," and he was like, "No, you can't melt rock." And I'm like, "That is molten rock.
Yeah.
That is what it is." And he
Can
just
you get YouTube on and
we were in the car and we were
educational
talking
videos.
about it, but he just couldn't get his head around the fact that a rock could melt and form something.
I can imagine when you're that age, though. I mean, it is hard to get your head around, isn't it? Something that high. You think, how's that possible?
Yeah,
It is incredible, really. But,
madness.
yeah.
7. Carlsbad Caverns. Located 25 miles from a former ranch town, Carlsbad Caverns National Park is a network of caverns and is, in equal parts, an eerie and incredible sight to behold. The main chamber of the cave itself, called the Big Room, is impressive to say the least. To access it, you can choose to take an ear-popping elevator that runs the equivalent to the entire height of the Empire State Building, or you can take a snaking pathway into the subterranean abyss below. The Big Room is a cathedral-like opening, complete with a trail and the largest stalagmite in the world.
I'd want to walk it, I reckon.
Wow. Yeah.
I'd do both.
What sounds that? Wow.
Walk down, lift back up when you're knackered.
Yeah.
Number 6. Great Smoky Mountains. This national park is a world of beautiful nature. Think verdant forests as far as the eye can see, glistening waterfalls, and undulating mountain peaks. The forests themselves come alive in springtime, with a rainbow of wildflowers blazing between the trees. Autumn brings the famous fall foliage for a sea of auburn, and winter is all about snow. Dubbed the Smokies because of the misty mountaintops, exploring this national park is like stepping into the past. There are still remote mountain communities who call this region home. It's a great spot to truly unwind and leave the modern world behind. Number 5.
I'm definitely going to buy a banjo after this.
We're going to see you out to dance then. We're going to break out into a dance.
I've been tempted over the years to get a banjo. I'm definitely going to do it.
Where you live, it'll fit right in, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Denali. Denali National Park is the monumental tract
Wow.
of land that makes
Big.
up Alaska's most famous national park. The centerpiece, by a long stretch, is Denali. Formerly known as Mount McKinley, this towering mountain is the tallest in North America, at 6,190 meters above sea level. It's truly a sight to behold, as the snowy tip seems to actually pierce the sky. Snowy boreal forests, desolate tundra, jagged mountains, and lakes all play host to caribou, moose, grizzly bear, and wolves. For those seeking true wilderness, this might just be the place.
Yeah, I like that one.
Not quite as keen on the bears and the wolves wandering about, but
Just make yourself tall. Go away.
Number 4. Zion. Utah's splendid national parks don't get better than Zion. The red and white cliffs and buttes that make up Zion Canyon slice into the air. They're edged by greenery, making for a colorful place to soak up this amazing wonder of nature.
What a place to chill.
isn't it?
Of all the places
Just
you could
stop
hang
here.
out, I'm just like,
Sideways on a rock.
Doing a selfie.
By greenery, making for a colorful place to soak up this amazing wonder of nature. And there are some great ways to get right into the thick of things. The Narrows, for example, is a 16-mile adventure through the canyon and along the Virgin River at the base of it. Elsewhere, there's the Big Springs, a hike that weaves along the eponymous Fern Edge Spring itself. Number 3. Yosemite. This famous national park is a popular place to explore some of California's best nature. There are giant sequoias that tower into the air at Mariposa Grove.
it's not what you think when you think of California, is
Not
it?
at all. Nowhere near.
Just that view
It's
alone.
amazing. I do like a good waterfall as well.
Oh, you can't beat a good
Nice.
waterfall.
No.
But that's just absolutely stunning. And that's one of the ones you hear about a lot is Yosemite, though.
It
Isn't
is, yeah,
Yellowstone,
definitely.
Yosemite.
Yeah.
There's the glorious green of the Yosemite Valley with its granite walls. And there's the spectacular Vernal Fall, falling 713 feet to the floor below. Owing to its popularity, Yosemite National Park welcomes a whopping 4 million visitors annually. But thankfully, there's space for everyone amid the sweeping peaks of Half Dome and the gleaming lakes.
I thought it'd be more than that.
What more people?
Yeah.
It's not for everyone, though, is it? Doing
No.
Suppose
national
so.
parks
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's a
It's
painting.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it?
Number 2. Grand Canyon. Renowned the world over, the Grand Canyon needs no introduction. One of the largest canyons in the world, it really has to be seen to be properly appreciated.
I know I said it on another video, but for people that didn't watch the other video that we did about
Yeah.
this, when I flew over it, when I eventually sorted myself out and was looking out the window because the little rickety plane I was on was terrifying. I was looking out and I was like, which one's the Grand Canyon? And I actually asked someone the question. I was like, which? Because I thought the Grand Canyon would be one humongous split in the
Yeah.
ground, but it's just like
Huge.
there's so many of them.
It spreads over a few states, doesn't it?
I honestly
Big old
thought
place, isn't it, I think?
like we see that on the right there. I thought it'd be just one
like
of
that,
them that's
yeah.
just huge, kind of cutting the place in
Waves and
half.
goes quite a long
It's
way.
all
doesn't
over the
it?
place.
Yeah.
Just insane, the landscape of it all. And
It's the rock formations. It blows my mind how they're actually formed in the first place because some they're absolutely huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
You
Millions
think,
and
"Wow,
millions of years
How
in
does that
there."
happen? How does
Yeah.
it happen?
Madness.
It's stunning.
Looks like Yellowstone's going to be the number one.
It's got to be
so,
on it.
yeah.
It'd be shocking if it wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
Whether you visit the north, south, east, or west rim areas, it's always a giant sculpture of light and shadow that barrels its way across an awesome landscape. Around the national park that encompasses it, there are a whole host of trails and viewpoints. Cape Royal on the North Rim is a top vista for many major parts of the Grand Canyon. You can even reach down to the canyon floor over a mile down in some places via steep, meandering trails.
Wow.
Oh, no way. No. It's absolutely vast, isn't it?
I would have rather gone there than flown over it, I think. Even though it was an experience, it was amazing. I
suppose it's so big by plane. I suppose they just say you can see a lot more of it because there's a lot to see, isn't there, I guess.
Watch on video.
Yeah.
Loads of it.
That's what you get.
Number
places that I don't know.
1, Yellowstone.
There you go.
The granddaddy of American national parks, Yellowstone is the oldest in the United States and the world, having been founded in 1872. When it was first discovered, stories of the magnificence of the area were passed off as lies and tall tales. You can see why. Erupting geysers here belch steam and water, such as the clockwork Old Faithful. There are boiling hot springs like the Grand Prismatic Spring. Thanks to differing temperatures and minerals as the water spreads out, this is a veritable rainbow of unbelievable colors. There's even the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, a natural wonder in granite. This place is a true icon of must-see nature.
Amazing.
Absolutely stunning.
It's just so calming, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
If anyone's got any paintings of them scenery, they want to sell them, hit me up.
you're going to get inundated now.
Nah, it's
Some
gotta be
great
good.
pictures
It's
at
got
the
to be
end
good.
there,
They've got to
wasn't
match the paintings we've already got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to like come into a class, a category. You know what I mean? I don't want my type paintings of the guy on the subway.
Yeah.
You know which I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's just,
But it goes to show. I know we spoke about before where we talk about Americans travelling and you don't see many tourists and not many people have passports in America. That's why.
Yeah.
Don't need to go anywhere outside the country.
The
You've got
variety
there.
of landscapes over there is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
We haven't got anywhere near the variety, have we?
No,
At all.
you've got everything you need there.
Yeah.
In the USA,
I've heard a couple of European comics do that bit about Americans, like 60% of them don't have a passport or something like that, and it was the joke was along the lines of not being cultured because you're not appreciating other countries and stuff. And to back up your point,
you don't necessarily need to go to other countries to be cultured.
No. And
You've got
there's so many
multicultural
different
people in your country.
Yeah, and there's so many pockets of culture in there. There's places that do Oktoberfest and
I mean, it's fair for us. I mean, it's easier to go to other countries, isn't it? To go to Europe, it's maybe an hour on the plane, maybe 2. And you've got a vast variety of things to see there, haven't you? So for us, it's quite easy, isn't it?
Go to Holland in 40 minutes on a plane, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. But that's obviously the US is absolutely vast, isn't it? You know, the travelling times there. You know, say we'll go to all the national parks to an American. I mean, it'd take them years, wouldn't it? I mean, it's that vast and that many things to see.
To see a lot of stuff. I mean, I lived there 12 years and I didn't see anywhere near as much as what you should have done in 12 years.
You couldn't see all that in a lifetime, though, could you?
Well, you've got life as well, haven't you? You've got work. You know, it's not like that easy, is it?
Yeah,
Just 'cause you
exactly.
live there.
You're not on holiday for 12 years.
Absolutely,
You're working quite hard over there.
Absolutely,
It's a little bit different work ethic as well when you go in America than it is in Europe.
Yeah.
So you can't compare. And I've never tried to compare.
Yeah, they don't get the holidays that we get, do they?
No, not really. But it's just you can't compare it. I don't compare. I try and keep away from comparing anything, me, because it's different.
Of course it is.
So you
yeah.
can sort of like say it's similar to that, or it's like that, or it looks like that, or whatever it may be. But to say, do I go to Europe or do I go to the USA because these have got these, and you're comparing it like that, and just doing both.
Yeah.
Try them both. See what happens.
Yeah.
you know, and it's
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing over there, isn't it? Really? I mean, even in our country, there's probably loads of places that we should have visited and gone and seen. There's so much well done, even in our own country, isn't there?
I remember when we drove to Texas from New Jersey, we stopped off in Tennessee as well, in like mountains or forestry and all this, and so I did whitewater rafting, and that was spectacular views. It's not even on the list.
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The places like that, it's just, you know, what you see when you travel that distance, when you're driving and you're doubling back on yourself and you're going out your way. You're not taking a direct route. You're sort of like going one way, then you're coming back and then going up and then across and down and back on yourself and stuff like that. Just sort of like see different things, but you can
you don't really
spectacular.
You don't really go and do things for a couple of hours either, do you? Because like when I was in Canada, I've done like husky sledding and skidoos, ice walking, all this sort of stuff. You're not just talking a couple of hours out of your day. You end up doing something. You're knackered after it. You need food.
It's a full day.
So it's when you're going from somewhere to somewhere, it's not something that's that easily fit in, is it?
No,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, some of these national parks, I mean, it's absolutely vast as well. You couldn't just go there for like a couple of hours. What a waste that would be. You'd have to be there for quite a while, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and that's what I was just going to say. The country's so vast that you've got everything you need right there. Everything. Yeah,
the variety in it's absolutely amazing. Literally everything from desert to, you know, forests beaches. And beaches to mountains, snow-capped mountains. Yeah, absolutely stunning.
You've got foliage, you've got, you name it, skiing, you've got sports you can do in there, water sports, snow sports.
Yep.
Everything.
Absolute full lot.
Love the place.
I can see why it's such a big culture for people when they retire to buy a massive RV and just travel the couple
can you imagine? It'd be amazing, wasn't it?
Big time.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Just like we're going to go Yellowstone for a few months.
What do you think you can see there? I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah, you do it in this country. And you're like,
want to see that?
I drive to Blackpool in my big RV.
Done in a week.
You wouldn't go Blackpool in your RV.
No.
You go to the...
not unless you want to keep your wheels, you wouldn't anyway.
You go to Buxton Way and that, you know, the...
Peak District. Things like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's only an hour down the road, though. So.
It is. Yeah, of course.
But, you know, you look at holidays and we're looking at going to Mexico at the moment. I'm thinking, I might bin it off and just want to do something like this and go to a big city and sort of like spend a bit of time in the big city, then do a couple of days out in the national park and back to the big city and then home.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Good shout.
I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
I am so mellow after watching that, though. A combination of the music, her voice, and then all the scenery and
just
stuff.
amazing.
Just so chilled out.
It is impressive.
It really is.
It's proper impressive, that, isn't it?
Hugely. Yeah.
It's
really
impressive. We went a whole video without swearing. It's been about 45 minutes as well.
Let's keep it up, lads. Come on, don't throw it away now.
Just for this one, this is a one-off.
As long as he's gone without swearing, never.
I know.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell, please, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.